Garfield and Friends.
Garfield and Friends with the Amazing Thunder Lizards.
The Amazing Thunder Lizards. The Incredible Thunder Lizards.
Incredible Thunder Lizards.
Wait, wasn't that on? No, that was on Eek the Cat.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
oh my God. No, he had
no,
the Farmland Friends.
Yeah.
The Barnyard guys.
Barnyard bang. You know what I'm saying? Barnyard gang bang. Just the pig fucking the chicken, fucking the other pig. Gang bang, barnyard, fucktown. Welcome.
They legit just made a turducken.
It's more of a turfucking, if you will.
A turfucking. A turducken fucking.
Turducken
at
fucking.
The barnyard gang bang.
Barnyard gang bang. Oh, wait a second. Needs one of these.
Barnyard gang bang, baby.
Welcome to Soy Trek, the podcast presumably about Star Trek. I don't know if it really is or not. But yeah, welcome. How are you? Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. We'll be right back. Hey, we're back from technical difficulties.
Hey.
Hey, it always seems that happens like right at the beginning of the podcast. I don't know why. It's super strange.
I know. I have no idea.
We'll never figure it out. It's just gonna be a mystery, like that Dio song. You're always a mystery, just like you and me.
I think Garfield heard us talking smack on the Barnyard Friends and decided to kill my headphones.
Yeah, definitely. We weren't talking smack. We were just talking about that
Barnyard gang bang, baby.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, Garfield doesn't want everyone to know the truth about what really happened on that farm.
Yeah, what happens with
You think the farm was owned by John Arbuckle's grandma?
Yeah.
Didn't she own a farm?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Yeah. I want to say there was a crossover in the show at one point where Garfield went to the farm and met them.
What was John's brother's name? Doc Boy.
Doc Boy.
Yeah,
Doc Boy. Because he liked, he had foreskin and he liked sticking circumcised penises in his foreskin.
I just thought he troweled the docks and welcomed weary sailors.
Oh, yeah,
underneath
with an open mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, underneath the pier.
Hey, sailor boy, it's been a long time at sea, huh? Well, if you close your eyes, I feel just like a woman. I don't want it. I don't want it to feel like no woman.
The catch was light. Ye be the only whore I can afford.
Do you take fish as payment?
I'll give you crabs for free.
Yeah. Hey, did you know we have a Patreon?
I did actually.
Yeah, it's over at patreon.com/dumbidiotbs. Dumb Idiot Bullshit is, the name of our little business here, and kind of the umbrella company for our other podcasts, including The Media Dungeon, Prison Breakdown, My Wife, Dumb Idiot Bullshit, and Getting Head of Bucket Cast. Once again, that's at patreon.com/dumbidiotbs. And when I say once again, I'm going to say it
4 more times, baby.
Oh yeah.
But we got different tiers there. For $2 a month, you can help support us, keep us editorially independent and ad-free, and you get all of our podcasts the moment we get done making them in one place. You get to vote on what movies we watch for the Media Dungeon, or what Star Trek episodes we watch if there's not new Star Trek for Soy Trek. You get a bunch of cool benefits there. But for $5 a month, you get an even cooler benefit, and we give you a shout out on the podcast and say thank you for supporting us to people just like Phil McCavity, Danny,
Dylan Lance,
Jordan Hale, Elizabeth Hearn, Nick Savard, Shane Sawyer, David Craning Sights, Electric Baphomet, Beeflig, Teddy, Shrimp God,
Shane Williams,
Sam Mayo,
Locke Fanile, Anthony Cabrera, Seb, Robert, Yolito, Asher Pliskin, Skeptic, Papa Poison,
Awful Star Trek Drawings,
Jose Martinez, Gabe Siciliano, Big Strong Boy, Gursky, Jormore, Kyle Simmons, Gillian McCrary, SFC Punk, 7 of 9, D. Riker, Ethan Adams, James Hartman, Abigail Simpson, Vinny, Luna Dahlia, former Twink, Nathan G, DJ Robinson,
and our good friends over at the Hate Speech Podcast.
baby. We also got, for $10 a month, you get access to
The Media Dungeon,
which is my private server with over 20,000 films. I can't stress enough how many fucking movies that is. It's the most movies. It's the most movies you'll find any place other than like Scarecrow Video, maybe Vidiot, a couple like high level rental stores and movie libraries still around in the US and the world. But if you like movies, I fucking got them, maybe. I also got over 1,700 shows and keep pretty updated on like the newest best shows and stuff. I got some stuff. Oh, what did I just get on the server here? I just got a bunch of shows, I think. I got some weird stuff here. I got all of Wild Wild West and My Favorite Martian, the old shows. I got both seasons of Marlin, the Marlon Wayne show. I got all of Adam Carolla's Truth Yeller, his interview show. I got My Favorite Martians, which was a 1-season animated sequel to My Favorite Martian. I also got a Taboo with Candace Owens from, I think also from Daily Wire Network, like Adam Carolla's Truth Yeller is also.
Oh wow, I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, right. Have a Daily Wire marathon.
No thanks. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's fun media to
Kim's
criticize because it's fucking dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kim's video. I heard about this. About the movie store collection that like went over to Italy and got like boxed and shit. Yeah, I heard about.
Yeah, and I guess that guy had 55,000 films.
Oh wow,
rare.
That's wild. 55,000 is great. I don't have that many.
One day. But yeah, he had. I'm wondering if they're going to digitize it eventually. Because that'd be interesting to see what he has. Because he has some like stuff that I guess like was only made and released in New York City in this one at a certain time, and so
wild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Guy like that gotta have a stinky dick.
He looked he's a very classy guy, actually.
Classy guy, stinky dick.
He's a Korean businessman who looks very
classy guy, stinky dick. I'm telling you, baby.
I'll write to him. I'll be like, how stinky is that thing?
I thought he died.
No, he's alive.
Oh, okay. He just gave away his entire video collection.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you watch the movie, there's like legal reasons why he had to. So, because physical copies of media, that are usually like procured in like the less than legal ways, like tends to attract the attention of the FBI and stuff. So.
The federal booby investigator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The federal booty eaters.
Eaters? You spell eaters with an I?
Yeah, you spell an
Eaters.
Eaters.
Eaters. Yeah. We doing it, baby. We doing it hard. Oh, Patreon. That's what we're talking about. For $20 a month, you get access to merch. Oh, I need to make this month's merch shit. I didn't make any stickers because I got too caught up looking for fucking alternatives to Sticker Meal because it came out as like pro-Trump. I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I stopped my account on Sticker Meal myself because fuck them. They sent me all these like really annoying emails afterwards, like, make sure you're, if you want to actually support real discourse in this country. I'm like, shut up. It's like, isn't me then like also just like not going to you anymore? Isn't that like, I don't know, discourse? Like I'm voting with my dollar, as they say.
Right. You're divesting.
I'm divesting.
Boycotting, divesting, investigator.
Yeah, and the way how obnoxious they were with it, it's like, yeah, definitely never going back.
Yeah, so that's our Patreon. Patreon.com/dumbidiotbs. Patreon.com/dumbidiotbs. Go sign up today. It's the best deal in town, baby. What's going on? We're talking about some Star Trek Prodigy today. What are you doing? What's going on in life?
Just working nonstop.
I feel that, brother. I'd be working, but I also be fucking. I'd be boning down. I'd be boning down the clown town. You know what I'm saying? The whole clown town.
Or maybe you're going from Clown Town to Bone Town.
Yeah, perhaps. Perhaps I am. It's an interesting
Unless you're
transition.
boning clowns, and so then it's Clown Bone Town.
Yeah, I think I am boning clowns. Yeah, maybe they're not like officially like party clowns or anything like that, but you know.
Yeah, I mean Cirque du Soleil or something.
They're fucking me, so they're obviously clowns. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Saiyan.
I know what you are saying.
Super Saiyan.
Do you know what I am saying?
I do know what you're saying. Sorry I can't give you effects. I feel bad about that. I used to be able to.
It's all right.
But we're not live.
I've got my own effects with my mouth.
Oh, yeah, I know. That mouth do come with effects. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He knows what I'm saying. He knows what I'm saying. All right. Super Saiyan. So, we're going to talk about some Star Trek Prodigy today, okay? Is that okay? Yeah. Do I have your consent?
Yes, you have my consent.
All right, well.
I consent to talking about this children's Star Trek show.
Absolutely, in a non-children friendly way. If you're a child,
yes,
you shouldn't be listening to this. It's not child friendly.
Log the fuck off.
It's not even friendly, especially child friendly.
No.
It's not even adult friendly, really. It's
I don't even think kids even listen to podcasts. Like, especially,
No.
I feel like podcasts is something that's even like Zoomers are kind of like they're like have moved on from.
Yeah. Are we the most hostile Star Trek podcast? I think we might be.
It could, that can be a tagline for you advertise for the podcast. The most hostile
Hell
Star
yeah.
Trek podcast.
And then just have like a Klingon insignia. Yeah. We're honorable.
You don't like the way I'm talking about Star Trek? Better call 1-800-KISS my ass.
Good number to call. Give it a ring, people. So today we are talking about Star Trek Prodigy, season 2, episodes 15 and 16. We're gonna start on episode 15 here, Ascension, part 1. So we get another 2-parter. So we're basically reviewing one big episode here, which is pretty cool. But by one big episode, I mean it's like 50 minutes long, including the credits. So like probably like 45 minutes long. Whereas an episode of like Discovery or Picard easily went over an hour 10 minutes. So,
Oh yeah. That's because it is like they use it to torture. I'm pretty sure it was made as a low key like CIA torture device.
Yeah, it's a real life agonizer from the Mirror universe. Yeah. That was
get ready for this shit.
Yeah, Picard season 2 was a real life agonizer. Like I felt like existential dread watching that. I was like, man, maybe Star Trek fucking sucks, man. I don't know. Like,
yeah, it's like you're just watching it, and then there's a cutaway. It shows the inside of your brain, and the brain is inside the agonizer, just like being shocked and jostling around inside your skull. It's just like, ah!
Yeah. So, Star Trek Prodigy, Season 2, Episode 15, Ascension Part 1. First aired on July 1st, 2024, along with all the other episodes of Season 2. It's the 34th episode of Prodigy and the 933rd episode of Star Trek overall. It's written by a lot of people. This is one of their like ensemble scripts, of which there's 1 or 2 every season. It's got Aaron McNamara, Jennifer Murrow, Deandra Pendleton Thompson, Keith Sweet II, and Aaron Waltke writing, all of whom we've talked about previously. They all have other episodes under their belt. All accomplished writers, having done lots of different things. We got direction by Sung Shin, who is, once again, the most tenured Prodigy director, having done 16 episodes. So, you ready to jump in?
I'm ready.
You ready to lube?
Jump in like Scrooge McDuck into his money.
You ready to lube up? Put the whole thing in? Speaking of putting the whole thing in, I fisted somebody this week. For the first time.
Interesting.
I've never fisted anybody
Which
before.
hole?
Oh, a vagina.
Oh, nice.
A lady hole. Yeah.
You do have very large hands. So
I
feel
do,
that's
right?
like-
Exactly. And I was like, "Are you sure?" I got large hands, and they're like, "I mean, you got a lot of lube, so we could definitely try." And I'm like, "All right." I'm in. I'm down to clown. I'm down to check something out.
All right.
All right. Let's fist it up. Let me give you a fist bump. Fist bump.
You ever see that? There was like some performance art where a woman was completely nude and entire body painted like Kermit, and she was being fisted and used like a Kermit.
Oh, that's the wrong voice.
No, Miss Piggy.
No, a little to the left. Oh, ow.
It was in front of a studio audience. Not a studio, I guess, just like a theatrical experience.
Theatrical experience. That is a theatrical experience. You know, I like that. That's pretty cool. I'm into it, to be honest. I'm into it. I'd watch that. I'd go home. I'd
Get up on the server.
I'd bait like crazy. I'd bait like fucking crazy at home, man. I wouldn't do it there. I'd be bonerific there, but I wouldn't do it in public. Man, you ever get like boners in public?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. What do you do? I don't have like a good way to tuck or anything.
I just kind of like try to like find like things to hide behind or just like sit down.
Yeah, I do like having like a crossbody bag so I can like put it in front of myself, hide that boner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and the performance was by Jess Dobkin, and it was called Being Green.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, in 2009, Dobkin performed Being Green, a video work in which he sings being green while dressed as Kermit the Frog and being fisted by another actor dressed as Jim Henson.
We love. Oh, he was wearing the beard and shit. That's fucking rocks.
Yeah.
That fucking rocks. I love that. That is taking it to the next level. So honestly, that rocks. All right.
I had to make sure to look it up to make sure I didn't. That wasn't a fever dream of any kind.
No,
it was actually
I'm glad it wasn't
something I did see a clip of.
So we open on Dahl's personal log. They finally made it back to Voyager. Everything looks the same, but feels different. They brought the protostar back and left some bumps and bruises, but ultimately, when they had nothing else, they found each other. And a home isn't a place. It's the people you trust the most. Very cute message here. Starfleet's top minds are focused on getting the protostar to the past so they can fix time and heal Gwen. So, we jump to Nova Squadron doing some drills in a very Star Wars type spaceships called like the Nova ships or some shit. Suddenly,
yeah, they're doing the Nova Squadron.
Yeah, suddenly Dahl enters the holodeck and everything freezes. They end the program and one of the Nova Squad members excoriates Dahl and tells him he's not qualified to even do the training missions. But Majel says she invited Dahl, and the others reluctantly accept him. Next, we get a scene where the doctor tells Zero that their body is dying, but they can probably build a new one, as Jenkum Pog says, which I like that they're bringing that back. Like, he has like positivity to him. Like, he has good lessons can be learned from the Pog man. We love him, the Mucinex Boogerman.
Yeah. Got some good wisdom on him. He's anywhere between the ages of 17 to 55. So
yeah, I assume he's like 18, right? He's like definitely like one of the oldest of the kids.
Yeah, he's definitely the oldest, but yeah, because he does have like, I'm guessing facial hair, but
yeah, but
that'd be funny if he does turn out that he's like a 55-year-old man who's just like weird.
That would be pretty cool. He's just hanging out with the kids this whole time. That would be, pretty rad. So next we get a scene. Sorry, we're talking about that one still. So Zero insists that Jenkum be a key part in the process of getting a new body, and it's really sentimental and kind of sweet, in a way that like Star Trek Discovery kind of isn't. Or like Picard isn't.
Yeah.
Really none of the new Treks are, unfortunately. So they ask for the old Jenkum Pog touch. And I don't know if Zero knows what that means. Because Jenkum Pog's probably thinking of something different than and I feel like I don't know, like Zero though has gotta be like really old as a Medusan, right?
I mean, could be. That's the thing. Like all these like teens are like of questionable age. Like
true. Like especially as aliens. Like I hope all of them turn out to be like old men on the internet and just like found each other, and they've all just been masquerading
like
as children.
Yoda situation.
Yeah,
where
like,
Baby Yoda is actually 50.
Yeah, I don't buy that. Like Rock is like 8 or whatever.
Yeah. It's just like another like a weird little old guy inside of a big rock suit.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Just or like 4 guys, like each doing one limb. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, just 4 creepy old men who live inside of a giant suit.
They found us. Oh no. So next Janeway.
Please play with us.
we're so lonely. We're just 4 old lonely men. So next Janeway and Chakotay are going into a debriefing, but beforehand they have a conversation about old times and how everything changes. It's sentimental but brief and nostalgic and feels pretty earned, actually. I liked it. They enter the debriefing with Tysus and Jellicoe, and Jellicoe is his typical dick self and tells him that Starfleet is taking over the Protostar project. Tysus and Chakotay reluctantly agree, but Janeway says she has a duty to her crew. So, I don't know.
But also, it's like, I think we've learned now, like, Jellicoe is always right. You have to listen to him.
I don't know. Is he? Like,
yeah.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see, I guess. So all the kids are talking. Well, I mean, maybe he's always right, but he's always a dick. Like, he doesn't have to be an asshole about it. He can be more diplomatic, you know. Yeah,
he could.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, he knows that's like a waste of time.
Yeah.
Diplomacy.
So all the kids are talking about the mission ending, and Majel wonders why Wesley said that they were important. Dahl says that he wishes it could be them to fix their mistakes, but they're glad Starfleet is taking over in this time of crisis. Suddenly, Gwen is called to the bridge. They're receiving a transmission from a downed Starfleet shuttle on Solemn. It's Gwen's motherfucking dad, Iltherion. He says Ascension has assumed power and war is coming for the Federation. The Vanu-Kat didn't have any kind of like technology like they now have, so they assume she must be getting it from elsewhere. Suddenly, their feed is interrupted by Ascension, and she's being a baddie as usual. She has her subspace coordinates now, and something warps in. It's an enormous, crazy ship. Kind of looks a little bit like, what was it, like the Romulan ship in Star Trek 2009?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah, the mining ship that Nero uses.
Yeah, that guy.
Eric Bana. Eric Banana.
Eric Banana. Eric's got that banana on him. You know what I'm saying? That banana.
He hasn't been anything lately, has he? I don't think so.
I don't know.
He was big for a while. He was the Hulk.
Oh, that's right. For like one movie.
Yeah, he was also in Funny People. He had a really good role in that M. Sandler movie. I like that one. Yeah.
So, Janeway tells the enormous crazy ship that any act of aggression will be seen as an act of war. And so the ship fires on them, and they're caught in an energy drain and can't move, and their shields are starting to fail. Ascension fires on the Protostar. Hulla Janeway calls Janeway, and they discuss getting the Protostar out of there so they can still fix time. Chakotay offers to go pilot the Protostar back into safe territory, and Janeway agrees. Next, we see Chakotay walking in the hall with the kids, and he tells them that they're going to crew the ship, and he's like, it's our ship after all, right? And it's really actually kind of triumphant and pretty cool. It's very cool.
The only thing I'll say about, like, you know, when this, the only thing that really stood out to me in these, like, 2-parter episode is, like, they just give kids, like, crucial parts of this whole thing.
Yeah, like, they're like sending
who aren't even cadets.
They're sending like 12-year-olds to die. It's like, I'm like, dog, like, what? They're like, Starfleet needs you. I'm like, are you sure Starfleet needs them? Like, you're giving the fucking...
They're using child soldiers.
You're giving a 13-year-old keys to the fucking fighter jet and expecting good things to happen. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's definitely like Phantom Menace, and when now this is pod racing type stuff. But like, I mean, that's the only thing that kind of took me out. It's like come on, Janeway wouldn't do this. Like,
yeah,
especially can you imagine it was Picard? Like shut up, Wesley's.
Yeah, I'm not fond of children. You don't go on the goddamn mission.
Yeah, we need someone to put their foot down and be like, no, I'm not sending these kids to die in a laser fight with a massive with a spaceship that's like 100 times the size of my own.
So the kids in Chakotay warp onto the bridge of the protostar and begin evasive maneuvers, and a Bribble takes a shit in Rock's pocket. And I'm not kidding about that. That happens canonically.
That did happen. But it's a cute shit because it's a cute little thing that has probably like...
Dude, the cuter things, like rabbits take fucking gnarly dumps, dog. Like, you don't want to step in rabbit shit. That shit's fucking gnarly. And there's a lot of it everywhere here because we got a lot of rabbits.
Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, and it's like, it's not even true. Like, also, even repellent animals have repellent shits, like geese.
Yeah.
It's like,
Ugh.
Like, geese are just the most repellent creature alive, and then and everything about them, like, they can't even have cute poops to make up for the fact that they're just repellent creatures.
Yeah, they're kind of God's mistake, We've got several of those creatures. Some breeds of dog, I feel, or that, but I won't go into that. Voyager tries to mount a defense, but their weapons are useless. They have the Nova Squadron and Doll fly out in the Nova Flyers, designed by Tom motherfucking Paris himself. They give a shout out to Tom Paris. I'd love to hear it. And they fly close to the ship to get coordinates for Voyager. Ascension sends a bunch of drones after them as Voyager's shields begin to drain. But the Nova Squadron can't get clear coordinates. They coordinate with the Protostar to get the coordinates just in time and nearly destroy Ascension's weapons array, but she uses the drones to destroy their quantum torpedoes. Voyager's shields are gone, and they are at Ascension's mercy. They're fucked. They're absolutely fucked. In the final shot, it is revealed that Ascension has Wesley Crusher in motherfucking captivity. Using him is some kind of time sage to like foresee time and shit.
Yeah, she has him in some sort of S&M type getup where he's being tortured for cummies.
Yeah, she's milking him for sure. She's definitely milking
getting those mind cummies.
Oh yeah, she's studding him. Yeah, she's studding him like a bowl, baby. Stud bowl rock and roll.
Give me those mind sperms.
Yeah, no, I swear I just have regular sperm. That's fine too. I'll take it all. Yeah, that Wesley Crusher sperm. It's worth a lot of money. Think about it.
I mean, he'll probably be selling it a few years. Remember when, like, I think Corey Feldman was like selling his teeth online for money? That was pretty sad. Not Corey Feldman, Corey Haim. The other one. Corey Haim was and by the end of his life he was selling his teeth and hair online.
That's wild, man.
Yeah,
he had some problems, man. He had some problems. That's why we gotta have free drug treatment
right around the corner.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't think he's really off the rails or anything. But
unfortunately, not. He's pretty railed.
Yeah, he is pretty railed. He gets railed a lot. He likes it in his butt. I'm making that.
You like it.
I bet he does. I bet he does, and that's okay. It's okay to be a bottom.
That's all right.
It's okay to be a bottom.
It's okay.
Okay to be a bottom. Good for you, Will.
Without bottoms, tops wouldn't exist.
That's so true. I love bottoms. I mean, fucking, are you kidding? My mother's a bottom. I've got bottom friends, yeah.
That could be a line you use. My mom was a bottom. Of course, I love bottoms.
So, what do you think of this episode? That's the end of the episode.
Yeah, I liked it. Like, it was. I think we mentioned. Yeah, it was very Star Warsy. Like even like the battle, like the fighter jets they were using looked very like Red Squadron.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I just the only thing I was just like, you know, they've done really good in the other parts in the other episodes, explaining how like these, you know, they're not even cadets, they're hopefuls,
right?
Like are gaining access to like these spaceships. Like the first season, it totally made sense. They hijacked the protostar, and I think they've done good. Like given that they're new, you know, they have more structure now, and it's done good. Like, you know, showing how they are like, you know, stealing ships and stuff like that, and but like just being like, you know, Janeway, right? You know. Writing off like go die in battle, kids. Yeah. Like they've had no training. Like, you know, you wouldn't expect like, you know.
Yeah, this is like
Wesley.
This is like
do this type of
stuff. An act of desperation on the level of like sending the Hitler Youth to war.
I mean, yeah, that's what Hitler did at the end. Yeah, it's just like having them use like a what's them called? Oh, I had the name at the tip of my tongue.
Potato beater.
I don't know, but yeah, they were like the Hitler Youth were the only ones protecting Berlin at the end, and so they were just like Russians were just like shooting kids in the head because
pretty cool to do that to your people. Yeah, in the name of a white nation.
Yeah, she's doing the big bad Beetleborgs thing. She was doing a flabber, giving kids a whole bunch of like things to go to war.
Weapons of war. Yeah. Imagine like if those kids like they just like immediately go and bomb their school probably with their fucking big bad Beetleborgs. School sucks. Yeah, it does. I don't want to do homework anymore. Yeah, me neither. We should bomb it. Let's do it. Big bad Beetleborgs. Flubber. They're gonna bomb the school. Thanks, Frankie. Hey kids, don't bomb the school. Shut the fuck up, Blue Man.
Or since they're not trained, they would go to bomb the school and just end up like losing control of it and just like running directly into it.
Yeah.
Or just like crashing into a random car in the parking lot.
Yeah, so I really like this episode. It was a competent episode. It's told a good story. It was kind of Star Warsy, definitely, for sure. But you know, in a way, I thought wasn't so offensive. It wasn't on the level of some of the, like, I think like Supernova Part 1 and 2 were both like ensemble scripts written by a bunch of the writers there, and like this one. But this one I don't think lives quite up to that, but it's still a good like 7.5, I'd say. It's a pretty good episode.
Oh yeah,
I liked
it was a good episode. That was the only thing that I was like, that was the only thing that kind of like made me get like, oh come on. Like sending cadets out there and
sending them kids to war, and they fucking yeah. And then they should do a series like 20 years later and like playing some Creedence Clearwater while they're thinking of like bombing the fucking Vonnegut and shit. And yeah, all right. So
I got PTSD.
Yeah, pretty tits and sucking dick. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
All right, we ready to go on the next episode?
I am.
Let's fist this. All right, so next we got Ascension Part 2.
Let's fist again like we did last summer. Let's fist again like we did last year.
This time we'll try to fist now. We'll fist again. I hope it don't tear. So we're doing Ascension Part 2, Season 2, Episode 16 of Prodigy. First aired on July 1st, 2024, with all the other episodes of Season 2 on Netflix. The 35th of 39 episodes produced in Prodigy, and the 934th episode released in all of Star Trek. This one is written by Alex Hansen, who also wrote Last Flight of the Protostar Part 2 and 12 episodes of Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is coming out this year, or just did, or something. Next, we got directed by Sean Bishop, who is the director of 5 episodes of Prodigy, including The Fast and the Curious, or as I like to call it, The Fast and the Bi-Curious. You know what I'm saying? And we also got a triple called Quest. We got The Devourer of All Things Part 2, and he also directed 13 episodes of Scooby-Doo, and also Shrek Thriller Night. So he's got a resume, baby. Sean Bishop is my boy. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying, brother? So, we ready to jump into this bad boy? It's sloppy.
Oh, I am.
It's sloppy. It's wet. It's ready, get. I don't know. So we open on a red alert and on the bridge of the Voyager. Janeway struggles to her chair, and Tysus gives a grim status report. He's like, all systems down. We fucked. So fucked, man. So suddenly drones fly out of the ship towards Voyager, and he's like, uh-oh, double fucked. Meanwhile, Nova Squadron and Dahl power back up their ships and start fighting the drones. On the Protostar, they discuss having to save Voyager. Chakotay says losing Protostar would risk the timeline. And Gwyn says it's a possibility but not a certainty, and she wants to do it, and she's adamant about this shit. On Voyager, Ascension's ship is merely toying with them, targeting parts of the ship just to make points. And she's just being a dick and, toying with her prey. Suddenly, the Protostar flies in and saves the Voyager, destroying all the drones. It's a triumphant moment, but up on Ascension's away, I don't think Ascension's on the ship. She's like elsewhere, but giving commands. But
yeah, she's also doing like a sort of like Emperor Palpatine type remote projection onto the ship.
Yeah, she totally is. I think that's totally what's happening, because she doesn't appear as a hologram like they typically do when they do remote type stuff in Star Trek. It is more like kind of like glitchy, like it is in Star Wars. Right. So, where Ascension is, she tells Wesley Crusher to show them what their weapon will do to the Federation. He protests, saying space and time and thought aren't meant to be weaponized. But what is meant to be weaponized? That's all there is. Space and time and thought. That's life, baby. That's life. It's life weaponized.
That's existence.
Yeah, dog. That's Existence, the fucking Dick Cronenberg film.
Ooh.
So, So Ascension sees a vision of Voyager blowing up and orders them to fire the incursor at them. A giant missile flies slowly out of the ship. Nova Squadron and Protostar are unable to stop it, and it flies into the bottom of Voyager and lodges itself, but doesn't explode. The Doctor and Gnome wonder if it could be a dud, but Zero fears it's only just begun.
It's only just begun.
They go to see the incursor, and Tysus scans it. Suddenly an orb begins growing, and Tysus falls into it, saving an ensign. He grows extremely old, like the beach on M. Night Shyamalan's Old.
Hells yeah.
So the ensign calls Janeway and reports the orb, and Janeway puts up containment fields. They're able to contain it, but their power is being drained quickly. Jellicoe calls and says that they're not getting any reinforcements anytime soon and apologizes. Like, come on, man. Come on, Jack. What are you doing, bud? You can't be doing that, buddy. Like he says,
Can't
they're
do
like
that.
weeks out. You got ships closer. Come on, man. I don't know if you're always right, Doug. I feel like it's a bad call. Like there's got to be someone closer. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Come on, guy.
Find someone else.
So, with the doctor and Gnome, they diagnose Tysus as old. They're like, yep, you got a case of the old. The doctor says they need to get rid of this orb before it blasts Voyager into geriatric oblivion, which was an incredible line. I loved that. I laughed out loud when he said that. I love you, Robert Picardo.
I'm sure all the older people watching this like to be reminded that aging is called geriatric oblivion.
Yeah, that rocks. So they say they need someone to destroy it, but anybody with a body will grow old. So Zero being like, what if you don't need a body? It's like, I volunteer. And they call Jenkum and tell them that they'll need a new body sooner than expected.
Ooh.
What does that mean? Don't sacrifice your body, not for the military. Come on. So with Nova Squadron and Dahl, they mount a defense against the drones, but it's like the drones know Starfleet patterns ahead of time. Like they read the manuals, which is something that I don't know, an AI could totally do. And I don't know, in this far future, if you have warp technology and shit, yeah, that seems totally reasonable. Yeah, so Zero makes...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it feels like they probably leaked online or something.
Right. Yeah, Starfleet's airtight security. Come on, we've seen everybody at every rank compromised basically in Star Trek at some point in time. Badmiral is something that comes from Star Trek fandom. It's because there's so many of them. So Zero makes their way into the containment field and walks in to the orb. They watch their body growing old and make their way to the incursor and open up a computer panel as their body grows older and older. Zero calls Rock to ask for advice on disabling the time weapon. Rock's 10 years old or something, right? Come on.
Yeah.
With Nova Squadron, Dahl says if the drones know their flight patterns, to forget their training. So they do, and it works. They just try completely unconventional methods and destroy the drones. They evade and destroy all of them pursuing them. So they're in the clear for now. With Zero, they're getting old and they fall down.
Oh no.
Joe Biden style.
Yeah.
And then they bomb a debate and have a medical event that makes the party replace them with a younger candidate that was fairly unpopular in the last primary. What are you doing, Zero? You're so old.
What are you doing?
You're so old. They're running out of options, and Majel says she'll attach the weapon to her ship and draw it away into the enemy ship using a maneuver that's never been pulled off before, called the Boothby maneuver.
Yeah, the Boothby
supernova. Boothby supernova.
Yeah.
So Zero thinks to themselves as their body degrades and says they're doing it for their family. This part made me tear up a bit. This was really sweet.
Yeah.
We love Zero. Zero loves their kids.
Aww.
Zero, I feel Zero's got to be the oldest one there by years, right? So I feel like Zero's the adult in the room,
especially after being in the super ager.
Yeah.
But I guess the super ager really had no effect on them actually, just
on their mind at least, just their body.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and so they don't have a physical body that ages.
Mm-hmm. Right. So Zero disables the weapon, and the incursor locks onto Majel instead. She flies at Ascension's ship and engages the Boothby supernova maneuver, and crashes the incursor into Ascension ship, blowing it the motherfuck up. Very, very, very Star Wars style. Very New Hope.
Yes.
Very Return of the Jedi. Very, very. Yeah, you know, fine. The kids meet up to celebrate and everybody hugs, but then they realize Zero is gone. But then a new Zero comes in, and guess what? It's the fucking old Zero.
The old Zero.
Before they had a body, so they're retconning that. Goodbye, body.
What do you think they did with the other body? Do you think they had a funeral for it? Did they shoot it into space?
No, they put it in the waste reclamation. So, and then that. What do you think's in the cake?
Yeah.
What do you think's in my welcome back cake?
It tastes delicious.
Don't I taste good? Is it cake?
Put me in your mouth.
Zero says they have a few upgrades such as sensory inputs so they can feel things. They say they feel like themselves, and Janeway comes in and gives a rousing speech, but says they're on the path to war, and their mission isn't over yet.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. Afterwards, Janeway tells Chakotay that she worries what the future brings. Meanwhile, Ascension still has Wesley locked up, and she says although she feels bad for losing the giant ship and the weapon, she learned that Starfleet is spread far too thin and are not prepared for what happens next. End of episode. Uh-oh. Cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone.
And John Lithgow.
He's a great villain in that movie. We'd love to see.
He is.
John Lithgow.
It's funny because like the first thing I really actually seen John Lithgow in was Third Rock from the Sun, so I just knew him as a comedic actor.
Right. But then you see like that, Rules of Engagement, Dexter.
Buckaroo Banzai. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's legit. He's pretty great.
I think I watched one of those like things from Dexter where he goes, "Shut up, cunt," like for like 10 hours straight.
Wow, that's a weird commitment to make.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty cool though. Yeah, so that's the end of this episode. What do you think? Did I ask you that already?
Yeah. I mean, it's basically this, like, you know, kind of same reaction I had to the previous one because it's all basically one. Like, I mean, it was good. Like, I like that. Zero now can feel sensation, so that's interesting.
Did you think Zero can jack off in any way?
Oh yeah, I'm guessing so. I mean,
it's like
they are pretty much like.
Jankum, did you put any masturbation functions in? Already one step ahead of you. I gave you both.
Yeah.
You're gonna rub your penis or your clit.
An orifice and.
I didn't give you a butthole. I just gave you a pussy on the backside. Enjoy.
It's the thing that like chickens have.
I wonder if they have orgasms through their egg laying things.
I mean, you have to ask a chicken that. Like,
I will next time.
Or ask Gonzo. Gonzo will know.
Oh, Gonzo will definitely know.
Was Gonzo a bird and that's why he had sex with chickens, or was he just like a freak that just had sex with chickens?
Absolute fucking freak. Absolutely. Gonzo is canonically an alien. They covered this in fucking Muppets in Space.
Okay, so he is an alien. So he is just
or Muppets
like
from space.
All of his friends
Muppets
just kind of ignore the fact that he has sex with chickens.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd just be like if like you were just hanging out with someone and they'd be like, oh, by the way, like this is who I'm seeing and it's a chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, I'm gonna go and have sex with this chicken. And would you just be like, have fun, or would you just?
This chicken's my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend chicken. Like, you come into the house and you're like, whoa, what's a chicken doing here? Oh, you haven't met. We've been seeing each other for a while now. And, like, it's just like eating bugs off the floor.
All the other Muppets seem pretty chill with the fact that Gonzo would just like, he was romantically linked with multiple chickens.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't just one chicken. He was like, there's multiple chickens in his life.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked, man.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird.
But
who am I to judge the morality of Muppets? Like I'm putting human.
That is the question. That is true. Who am I to judge the morality of Muppets?
Yeah, I'm projecting human morality on something that is not human.
Yeah.
Like, so how can I judge
but they're like
Gonzo?
Anthropomorphized and seem to have the same morals generally as humans.
They do, and
same
they don't.
social norms.
They have different
in a way.
rules they prescribe to.
Right. Like,
and so it's
if you're a bigger Muppet, you can just kind of eat smaller Muppets and have like no consequences.
Yeah, exactly. So they're kind of in this third state of existence. You know, it's just like they sort of like have both. You know, they're both animal and person.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they are. I guess they are just like completely alien. And I mean, and again, we can't. Just like with aliens, we can't like put our own human morality on the aliens. They have their own.
Right. Right.
It's like,
and some of them are fine having sex with like a beast,
chickens.
like a fucking something with like I don't know. Maybe they have like some way of communication. And maybe the chicken is actually like consenting, and it's like, yeah, give me that weird blue dick. I like that shit. I like that shit. Give it. But we just hear like cluck 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 cluck. But it's like, yeah, give me that BBD or big blue dick, big blue dick. Just stick that nose up in that
we're telling
pussy.
Gonzo like, Gonzo, that's wrong. And Gonzo's looking at us, it's like, what are you talking about?
Love is love. Like didn't
love is love.
And it's especially looking at me, a queer, and it's like, didn't you people fight for this shit on your own? And I'm like, shit, man. Shit. You're right. You're right.
I'm sorry, Gonzo. You people?
You know what, Gonzo?
Sorry, Gonzo.
I get it in this context.
Yeah, what if like on top of the chicken fucking, like Gonzo was also just like really homophobic?
Yeah.
It's just like,
hey, aren't you a motherfucking yeah, you heard me, little pretty boy.
I don't fuck roosters, you freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the other Muppets would deal with homophobia, but then again, I'm putting human morality on Muppets.
Right.
They can also be homophobic.
I don't know. There's certain Muppets who are definitely conservative. Like we gotta.
Yeah.
I mean, like Fozzie is like a grown man who wears like a top hat and a fucking bow tie. Like,
yeah, a little pork pie hat on him.
Right, and he's like poor, which is like weird to do, and so he's probably weird and conservative.
And there's not a single gay Muppet.
There are not gay Muppets. That's a good point. It depends on what we're talking about. Like Big Bird, obviously gay, and a Muppet. So I mean, I think not the
Big
regular
Bird is
Muppet
ace.
cast. Oh wait, what are you talking about? There's no gay Muppet. You get the fuck out of here. What about Statler and Waldorf, you dumbass?
There is Bert and Ernie. I think Bert and Ernie technically count as Muppets.
fucking Beaker and the Doctor, they're definitely gay.
But also,
they're definitely gay.
And again, it's implied. Like we only have rumors. Like they haven't come forward and like actually announced their.
Come on, you're gonna tell me the Swedish Chef? Look at that mustache, buddy. Look at that mustache.
Like Beaker and Honeydew, they're lab partners. Bert and Ernie are
partners in lab,
roommates.
Partners in life, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. Like they're like there's always, they haven't said like, no, this is a homosexual couple, this is a homosexual Muppet,
right?
And
we don't need to hear that. I hear it loud and clear when I watch.
Yeah.
I hear it
Yeah,
loud
I
and
mean-
clear through the subtext. You don't need to, but they don't like put specific heterosexual relationships on many of the Muppets either. Only a couple of them, like
Miss Piggy, Kermit.
Yeah, that's about it.
I mean, if you can count Gonzo and the chickens, because
I don't know. I need more information, to be honest.
yeah,
I mean, I'm leaning towards it's fucked up, but you know, I don't know all the facts, so I'm willing to hear out Gonzo and his people on the whole chicken fucking situation.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
yeah,
also
Muppets on a whole are pretty sexless creatures.
yeah, as you said, who am I to judge the morality of Muppets?
Who am I to judge the morality of Muppets?
They are but gods
do their own
amongst
thing.
us flies, like you know.
I wish I could be as free as a Muppet in my own life.
Anyway, so back to Star Trek. I enjoyed this episode
that's right.
of Prodigy, just like the last one. It was a little Star Wars-y. 7.5 altogether. So this is probably, I'd say, the weakest two-parter so far this season, but it was still pretty good.
Yeah,
Still pretty good. Yeah, so
yeah,
that's,
they're all enjoyable.
yeah. You got anything more to say on this bad boy?
I think I'm good.
Well, let's get out of here then. Thanks for listening. We've been Soy Trek. My name has been Britton.
I've been Pat.
If you have enjoyed this podcast, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/dumbidiotbs, and please like, rate, and subscribe and review wherever you get podcasts. That's a big help to us. Makes us feel good too if you rate us well. If you rate us bad and say we're like sexist or something, I'm like, what, homie? Give me an example. Come on, give me an example. Are you gonna talk?
Yeah.
You gonna talk about sometime I talked about some pussy? I talk about dick. I talk about man pussy. I talk about girl dick. I talk about all the genitals. I talk about non-binary penis and vagina and hole, just hole in general. I go down the whole hole. You coming down the whole hole with us? Because that's where we're going, folks. That's where we're
I
going.
think we just spent like 10 minutes discussing the genitals of Muppets. So
Right. Yeah. Well, the sexuality. Yeah, you know. Anyway, yeah, Statler and Waldorf are gay. So that's been our show. Thanks for hanging with us, Soyagers. Be well, travel safe, and check out Star Trek Prodigy. It's some good shit.
yeah, thanks for trekking with us, soy boys, girls, and other woolly beans.
Hang tong and
Dong
Shock
and
Ker.
shock ker.
Soy, 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 soy.
Soy Trek.
Soy, 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 soy.
Soy, 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 soy.